Welcome to this edition of Journals of Spiritual Discovery, brought to you by spiritualteachers.org. I'm your host, Sean Nevins. Welcome to Journals of Spiritual Discovery and to this special set of episodes called the Induction Series. I'm taking a break from interviewing spiritual teachers to focus on inspired writings, those which carry the living word. Franklin Merrill Wolff called these mystic writings, and in describing them, he said, "When the voice of the silence speaks into the relative world, the meaning lies between the words, as it were, rather than in the direct content of the words themselves." The value of these writings was expressed by Richard Rose when he recommended, if you are interested in looking for essence from the point of the process observer, you can be stimulated only by writings of inspiration rather than reason or direction. He considered his The Three Books of the Absolute a writing of this type. Now, while he used the term inspiration, clearly these are not necessarily inspirational writings like you typically find collected under that banner. And my reading this episode is an essay by Bernadette Roberts titled How It Works. It's from her book, The Experience of No Self. Bernadette considered herself a Christian writer and seemed perpetually irritated with anyone trying to take her teachings out of that framework. This short essay clearly speaks to all people, regardless of time and place or beliefs about the spiritual search. If you want to learn more about Bernadette, see my review on spiritualteachers.org. So here's Bernadette explaining how it works. That which remains when there is no self is what is. And there is no multiplicity of existences. Only what is has existence. An existence that can expand itself into an infinite variety of forms that constitute the movement and manifested aspect of itself. Though what is the act, movement, and changing of all forms, and is form itself, it is at the same time the unchanging, unknowable aspect of all form. Thus, that which is continually observes the coming and going, the changing and movement of its own form or acts, without participating in any essential change itself. Since the nature or essence of itself is act, there can be no separation between its knowing, acting, existing, or between any aspect of itself. Because that which acts, that which it acts upon, and the act itself are one without division. It never goes outside itself to know itself, because the unmanifested, the manifesting, and the manifested are one. The form of what is sustained as if there were a tension between its existence and its act that cannot be separated, because the very intensity or tension of this act is the nature and essence of itself. Since what is an undivided whole, no single manifestation or form can know the totality of itself. This completeness can only be known when the manifested falls back into the unmanifested, or when the tension is released between act and being. As the sunset that retracts its ray back into itself. All that man knows of God or what is either theoretical and therefore speculative, or is no more than one man's attempt to describe his experience of that which is all that is. Thank you for listening. I do have one special request during the induction series. And no, I'm not going to ask you to buy anything, but I am asking all my listeners to please leave a review on Amazon for my book, Subtraction, The Simple Math of Enlightenment. I know that a lot of you have read it, and if we can get 100 reviews on Amazon, I'm told that will really help the book stand out and get noticed. So if you enjoyed Subtraction, please go to Amazon.com, type in Subtraction, The Simple Math of Enlightenment, and leave a review. It only takes a few minutes, and you'll help many other seekers simply by giving your thoughts about the book. You don't have to have purchased the book on Amazon in order to leave a review there. So thanks. I hope you can do that for me, and I will see you again on the next episode.